Jimmy Donaldson, known globally as MrBeast, did not become the most influential YouTuber in the world overnight. His journey was one of relentless dedication, experiments, failures, reinventions, and a powerful vision that kept him going even when the odds seemed impossible. Born on May 7, 1998, in Wichita, Kansas, Jimmy grew up in Greenville, North Carolina. He was raised by his mother, Sue Donaldson, who played an important role in shaping his values of discipline, humility, and resilience. His early years were not particularly unusual, but what set him apart even as a child was a strong curiosity and a hunger for doing things differently. Jimmy's fascination with YouTube began at a very young age. As a teenager, he would spend countless hours on the platform, not just watching videos for entertainment but carefully analyzing what made certain creators succeed while others faded into obscurity. He studied thumbnails, titles, editing patterns, and the way creators engaged with their audiences. At the time, YouTube was still evolving as a platform, and many creators were experimenting without clear formulas. But Jimmy, even as a young boy, treated it like a science. In 2012, when he was only 13, Jimmy uploaded his first video under the name MrBeast 6000. The video quality was poor, recorded on a cheap laptop with a basic microphone, but the seeds of his future empire were there. He posted gaming content, including Minecraft and Call of Duty videos, which were extremely popular among teenage boys at the time. He did not get much traction in the beginning, but he kept posting. What distinguished him was not immediate success but his ability to remain consistent and keep analyzing his results. Over the next few years, Jimmy shifted through multiple types of content, trying to find what worked. He posted gaming commentary, reaction videos, and even short skits. At one point, he gained attention with his Worst Intros on YouTube series, where he humorously critiqued poorly made YouTube intros. These videos brought him his first taste of real attention, slowly pushing his subscriber count into the tens of thousands. But even then, Jimmy knew that this was not sustainable. He wanted something bigger, something that would last. His obsession with YouTube's algorithm grew stronger. He and a small group of friends, many of whom would later become the core of the MrBeast team, would spend hours brainstorming ideas, researching analytics, and discussing what could potentially go viral. He once said that he studied YouTube like people study for their PhDs. While his peers were thinking about college, parties, and jobs, Jimmy's only focus was YouTube. Around 2016, Jimmy had his first breakthrough experiment with extreme endurance-style videos. One of his earliest viral ideas was counting from 1 to 100,000. The video, which took over 40 hours of recording, was both ridiculous and fascinating. People were stunned by the sheer dedication it took to sit a. As the new decade began, Jimmy Donaldson was entering a different phase of his life and career. By 2020, MrBeast had become a household name in the YouTube community, but his ambitions were far greater than being just a YouTuber. He had built a content machine that required constant innovation, enormous resources, and a dedicated team that could keep up with his relentless pace. His focus was now on scaling everything: his videos, his business ventures, his philanthropy, and his global influence. The production quality of his videos skyrocketed. Instead of just challenges and giveaways in simple locations, Jimmy began creating massive sets. He rented warehouses, constructed elaborate arenas, and sometimes built entire replicas of iconic shows. One of the most striking examples was when he recreated the Netflix hit, Squid Game, in real life. This project cost millions of dollars and involved hundreds of participants competing for a cash prize. The video went massively viral, drawing hundreds of millions of views and further cementing MrBeast's reputation as the most ambitious creator on the platform. But what made Jimmy's rise extraordinary was his approach to money. Most YouTubers, after achieving fame, would begin to live extravagantly. Jimmy, however, reinvested almost every dollar he earned back into his videos. He often said that he wanted each new video to be bigger and better than the last. This reinvestment strategy was risky. There were times when he spent millions on a video that had no guarantee of success. But in Jimmy's mind, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. His philosophy was that if he kept pushing boundaries, viewers would keep watching, and the channel would keep growing. The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 presented unique challenges and opportunities. With the world in lockdown, online content consumption skyrocketed. MrBeast was uniquely positioned to take advantage of this moment. While traditional entertainment industries slowed down, his channel thrived. He produced videos like, "I gave $1 million worth of stuff away," and "Last to leave the circle wins $100,000, which became global sensations. People stuck at home craved both entertainment and positivity, and MrBeast's content offered both. At the same time, Jimmy expanded into other ventures. He launched MrBeast Burger, a virtual restaurant chain that partnered with existing kitchens across the United States. Customers could order through delivery apps, and the brand grew into one of the fastest expanding virtual restaurants in history. For Jimmy, this was more than just a business experiment, it was proof that a digital creator could translate their audience into a real-world empire. The success of MrBeast Burger opened doors for future ventures in food, retail, and beyond. Philanthropy also remained a central pillar of his identity. Following the success of Team Trees, Jimmy and his collaborators initiated Team C's in 2021, an ambitious campaign to remove 30 mil. The story of Jimmy Donaldson's rise to global stardom did not plateau with success. Instead, it continued to evolve in ways that reshaped not only YouTube but the entire landscape of digital entertainment. By 2023 and beyond, MrBeast had become a cultural icon, often described as the Walt Disney of YouTube. His combination of creativity, generosity, and business innovation set new standards for what creators could achieve. One of the defining characteristics of Jimmy's approach was his willingness to embrace risk at a scale few others dared. He was not afraid to spend millions of dollars on a single video, even when the return on investment was uncertain. He trusted that if the content was extraordinary, the views and revenue would follow. This trust was not blind faith but the result of years of studying audience behavior and perfecting the art of attention. He understood the psychology of virality better than almost anyone else in the world. His larger-than-life projects grew even more elaborate. He funded competitions with million-dollar prizes, built massive sets resembling entire cities, and even staged survival challenges in extreme environments. Each project seemed impossible until he pulled it off, leaving viewers astonished at the scale. These videos were not just content, they were spectacles that rivaled Hollywood productions. Yet, beneath the spectacle, Jimmy remained grounded in his core philosophy, giving back. His philanthropic projects grew alongside his entertainment empire. MrBeast Philanthropy, his registered charity, began organizing massive food drives, disaster relief efforts, and housing initiatives. He opened food pantries, provided clean water projects in developing countries, and continually reinvested his platform's revenue into helping people in need. For millions of fans, he was not just an entertainer but a real-life hero who used his wealth and influence for good. Inevitably, his rapid rise brought scrutiny as well. Some critics argued that his philanthropy was tied to content creation, that the acts of kindness were staged for views. Jimmy addressed this criticism openly, acknowledging that while the videos did generate views, the impact was real. Food was delivered, houses were built, and lives were changed. In his view, if combining entertainment with philanthropy led to more good in the world, then it was a win-win. This honesty resonated with his supporters, who defended him passionately. The MrBeast brand continued to diversify. Feastables expanded internationally, becoming a competitor in the snack industry. MrBeast Burger reached global markets, though it faced challenges with quality control and consistency, which Jimmy admitted openly and worked to fix. His transparency about both successes and struggles further endeared him to fans. Unlike corporate brands that hid flaws, Jimmy's openness made him relatable and trustworthy. On the personal side, Jimmy kept much of his private life low-key, focusing